Yeah, good morning, everybody in the audience here on Revision and at home or in the hotel Airbnb. I'm Rob from projectECHTZEIT, and I want to show you some slides about my project and later do a presentation of the live setup. So the title is Emotional Laboratory, and I explained it with Express and Impress Yourself with Commodore 64 ECHTZEIT tools. So, yeah, what's on the agenda? As an introduction, everybody of you probably knows, okay, what's about with demos and why are they interesting and what's inside of them. Then I want to shortly do some explanation what I see as an possibility to express and impress yourself with a demo. And then we look at the Emolab and I tell you something about the workflow, but I think the workflow slide isn't in the presentation, so I can talk just about it. Okay. Motivation. Wait, this is not the next slide. I have to apologize. Normally I'm using PowerPoint, and this is Open Office. So let's do it again. Well, okay. This is the next slide. A motivation for demos. A lot of people, they want to show their skills and impress people with the skills like coding power, impossible big scrollers, many scrollers, graphics in the borders. And this is not the goal here, at least not for the tool that I want to release to the public. So what's not the goal is storytelling and fancy pictures. This is not the goal here. So for me, I made up my mind, what's the motivation behind the demo? And I made my first demos in 1987, 88. And I thought, okay, what's the thing behind it? And I thought about a message in a bottle. Like you throw out, you program something, you give it out to the public. At that time, you send out disks, floppy disks over mail. Today, you put it in the internet on CSDB. And the funny thing is, you don't know who the recipients are, like a message in a bottle. And sometimes you get a feedback. And for me, it was really amazing to see a demo of myself coming back to me after 30 years via the internet. So I thought, well, this is one motivation. You send something out and it comes back. So I love demos because of that. The goal of the Emolab demo tool is to manually influence sound and graphics. Okay, you say, that's normal, but you can do it very directly with your machine, and you can create something with the mixture of graphics and sounds, and sometimes it impresses yourself, sometimes not, but for me it's always a surprise to see my own demo and to get a feeling what did I feel when I made it. Because even for me, I have a rough guess, okay, that was the mood I was in, and I can feel it when I watch the recorded demo. And you never know what reaction of others are, because you can only be in yourself and feel yourself, but sometimes you see others and they maybe get touched in a similar way or other way. It's always interesting to see what makes this message in a bottle come back to you, the message returned. So what can you do with it? You can make the music pause, of course. Of course, it's playing a rhythm, and you can pause it, and you can see, okay, what happens if there's no sound? Music stops. What happens? You can change the rhythm. You can distort parts with the filters. In the full setup, you have a dual sit, so you have 6 voices playing stereo. So you can play around with that. And you can have the different sounds of the SID chips. I don't know, the audience here, who is into Commodore 64? 1, 2, 3. A little bit, okay, but SID is the music chip, the sound chip of the C64. So yeah, you have different versions, they sound differently. And another thing I like to do with it is create loops. So like a DJ, you set an in point, and then you can loop, and you can change the length of the loops, and you can, of course, change all the parameters like filters and voices during this looping. And you can do your creativity with it as you like. So what's possible sound-wise? I said some things about it already. You can mute the voices of the SID. That was the original starting point for me doing this last autumn, because I wanted to just mute the different voices. So I have only the bass line playing, I have only the drum, I have the melody, and I wanted to use it to remix my favorite SID tunes. So this is the starting point, and then the rest things develop time over time. On the C64 SID chip, you have a filter. You can set one filter for high pass, band pass, and low pass. And this activates, or you can activate which of the voices. You have 3 with one SID chip, or 6 with 2. And you can say, okay, which voice I want to be filtered, and the others are just played normally. And you have a fourth voice, which is the external input. Probably, I didn't know about it like since 1 year ago. You can route in audio into the C64 and pass it through the filter. So that's an interesting option if you have a sound coming from outside. And now I'm getting exhausted because I'm talking so much, so I need to find some rest, and I'm really excited. I don't know who's watching from outside, and the thing is recorded, so it's the first time for me doing this, so yeah, I'm pretty excited. So external input, yeah, it's an interesting thing. I already experimented with it, but I don't want to talk too much about that now. Maybe if you have questions later on, I can tell you more if you're interested. This is an interesting part. I just implemented it like 1 or 2 months ago. You can change the filter frequency and the resonance, and this gives you really like the DJ feeling. If you have a low-pass filter and then you play around with the frequency where it cuts off the sound. And this I implemented, I think, 2 weeks ago. It makes the sound a little distorted, and it really sounds cool. So for the machine from 1982, you can really do fancy stuff that sounds like the DJs doing it now, okay, with 8-bit quality, but anyway. Yeah, and the looping, you can do loop size, and I implemented, you have to set the full length of the loop, and then you can just half it, quarter it, and what's the next? 1/8, and then you can go down until the SID chip can't play the notes anymore. And this is good for beginners or for just not being on the right spot. You can ask for synced looping, and you just press a button, and then it exactly at the right spot goes into looping, and you don't hear any misalignment. So that's possible sound-wise. The visuals, at the moment you can't influence them with the main tool, but well, yeah, you can. You can set a pattern recognition. So if you play your favorite SID sound and you have a percussion instrument, for example, and then you press a button, you can try a lot of times, you must try, you must prepare, when is the exact point when this instrument comes, and then you can influence parameters with it, like triggering external devices, doing some change in the visuals. So you can then align your visuals, changing, like the the other event where they sit on the main thing and code for the music, the DJ playing. What's it? Yesterday morning. Shader Showdown, right? So there they have the input from the music, and they influence their graphics from the beats of the music. So you can do this here. And this I'm really proud of. And I don't know if you saw the old school demo competition yesterday night at 1:30. My demo was on. And I was really sad because they stopped. They stopped it before you could really see what's going on. They stopped it at 1:30 or something, and it is intended for 8 minutes. So my artificial live algorithm I implemented was not on the screen. I was really angry and sad, and maybe I have time later to show it. Yes, sure. Great, yeah, I really like to do it because I love it. But that's not the main part of the seminar today. So, but you have this artificial live, which is good. You have movement on the screen without you as a user having to program it or to make something. But you can use your sound pattern, and you press the button on the right spot, and you can then inject this toggle into the artificial live algorithm. So this is about the visuals. I can tell more if it's interesting for you later. Yeah, what's next? Is there another slide? Yeah. And the great thing is I made it possible to record what you are doing with your filters, with your voices, with your looping, and you can play it back later as a demo, and you can release it. You can give it to others. You can watch it yourself the next day or 1 year later. So it is recorded, and everything, if there are no bugs, should be cycle exact. So you have each cycle, if you press a button, this button will be played back later from the demo exactly at that position, at that SID frequency change when you press the button. Yeah, and the last thing, which is really convenient, if you have like setting, I want voice 1 playing, voice 2 should be filtered with the frequency of 2000 Hertz, and it should be bandpass. If you want to press all these buttons, you will see later me doing it with like an audience. You easily can press the wrong button. So it's good to have presets where you can, in advance, hear the sound, tune the frequencies, and then save the preset. And you have 6 presets, and you just press the button, and you have this preset with the voice 1 in front. Then you have voice 3 and 4 playing whatever with filter there. You just press one button. So that's a nice feature, which I think is really handy for everybody really wanting to use it and not just playing, fiddling around at home, but maybe use it as for a live setup as well. Okay, now not press the space on the C64. This is the slide. Yeah, and for the end of the slides, what's next? I want to release the tool. At the moment, and you will see, I have to fiddle around with the monitor and the action cartridge because I made already a merger where you can just send your key recording and inject it into the demo tool. It gets saved and you can just crunch it and have your demo. But on Wise, on the emulator, everything was running fine, loading, saving. On my real C64 with the Ultimate, no file loading and saving. I don't know why, so I can't show that, but that will be ready for release. What I don't have at the moment is a GUI. So I think for a user, you need a GUI, you need a menu, you want to understand a help file, whatever, it's not there now, so it's still to do. And participation is welcome. So if you feel like, if you see it and you say, I'm a coder, or I like to help, you're welcome. Just come to me later and we have a chat and see if we can get together and have the same ideas on that. So talk to me, and it's really welcome to have, especially somebody making a GUI, text GUI for the C64. That would be really great. I thought about putting it open source, so GitHub or something like that, but it would be the first time to do it myself, and I think it's a lot of work to merge all these branches together. So if somebody knows about that, it's really welcome. So I think about sleep over it. If there's a maintainer, maybe I do it open source so everybody can put code and optimize it. And for the future, I think I made visuals now with the artificial life algorithm, which is nice. But for me, it would be really great to have demo coders, and they have great effects. And they use them maybe once in one demo. And then they are lying in a drawer somewhere. It would be great to have like a plugin system where you can load up your a visual plugin which has some parameters, and the demo will inject the parameters from the music in there, and you have your own visual. That would be great. I'd love to see it. Yeah, I think that's about the slides. Yeah, that's the screen. I will just load it up now in the real machine. So until now, questions from the audience? Oh, you want to see it, huh? Yeah. What's about the time? Can you give me some? Half an hour. Very good. Okay. So now it's hands on the real thing. And yeah, we plug it in. So it's already S-video. There should be a picture, no? No picture yet. We can, boom. There it is. Oh, come on. Good, then I have some time to, but it's already S-video, but all right, start it again. So in the meantime, who is coding demos? You watch demos?
I try to begin starting with C64.
C64 coding, great, yeah.
But I'm just learning assembly, so it's beginner's time.
Beginner, yeah, but you know. There you go. Okay, and the others, you are like hardcore since 20 years, or? Okay, but you released it? Right, okay. Very nice. Okay, so there are some coders here, yeah, so sorry for this noise over there. It's not meant to be like this, but it's okay, we can see everything. So, okay, this is my ultimate. Where do I have it? Revision. There it is. And we go to the DJ tool. So, okay, now we have sound, hopefully. Run. Yeah. Yeah, make it maybe a little lower now. Yeah, that's good. So this is the starting point. Sorry for that, it's the debug mode. I want to see the raster time. It shouldn't be there for now, but okay. So the main thing is in the text area. You see like 4 quarters going through with the, it should be exactly the rhythm of the beat. Yeah, and that's the starting point. I set up filters. You have these registers of the SID chip. And I have at the moment only voice 1 playing. You have the percussion. 4, 5, and 6 is you can ignore. It's the second SID chip. I didn't activate it for this event. So what can I do? Yeah, I just second voice off. Then you already have, for me it's emotion, you express. When do I start, when do I stop? Play with the expectations of the audience. I'm no professional DJ, but I think they do it like this. So, and you have a fancy melody on the third voice. And then we have, now again, okay, that wasn't me. So yeah, and you have like a visualization which is not perfect, but you see if it's blinking, it's on. Okay, so now about the looping. So I want to loop, and is it? Sorry, it's set standard to sync looping, so I can start anywhere and press the I want to loop the next time it's ready. Now I press, and now he's going into loop. And you didn't hear a difference, probably. Now the SID chip is completely pausing. This is the recorded parameters or the values going into the, well, no, I must start again. the music routine is stopped. The SID chip, of course, is playing, but he gets not the parameters from the original music routine, but from my recorded parameters. So I can play around with them and set the loop size to half. And I set the loop size. Okay, you don't hear a change, but now you hear. And then it's over because he can't do faster, and you can back to 4. Okay, and because I didn't have the other voices activated during the main, I can't activate them now, so I go back to the main loop and activate all voices. Go back into looping. I'm in looping. Can you? Yeah. Okay, and then you get some glitches. And of course, filters. We have 3 filters. I turn them off now. Now I changed the voices. So now I have the 3rd voice. But this is not good. I take the 2nd voice. And I wait. Hear something I don't hear. Wait, voice 2. So voice 2 now it's activated. And I want low pass filter. This is low pass filter, right? So yeah, you hear it. And now it's distorted, but until there you can go. And you can play. Oh. You can play around with the resonance. I have to go back to the full. So now play with the resonance. Here a little bit of difference in the sound. Yeah, and then you play around. Did I forget anything about the possibilities? Ah yeah, the presets, of course. I just press randomly now, it's no. Yeah, this is nice. There I found a good resonance to make an interesting sound. You can change it from there as well. High pass filter, I think, yeah. Yeah. So, right. So this is the last thing. These little keys down there. They show you the value of the pattern recognition. You remember you can trigger events with pattern recognition. I don't know what I set up here, and I can't show it right now, but I show you in the demo later. They check for the different events, and you can see here normally it should go white if the level of pattern recognition goes over the step where it triggers. It doesn't trigger exactly, it doesn't have to be precise, so you can really use it manually. Yeah. So now I want to save it, and I press the save button, and now it should get saved to disk, which I mounted, but it doesn't work. So I have now go to the monitor, which is not like what the user is has to do, because yeah, I have to remember, and I wrote down some address on my hand to start it later on. So let's see, we don't want to lose it, our great music we just created, right? So let's press the right buttons. I have to go into the freezer menu. I have to go to the freezer menu, and then I have to look for my recording. It should be there, right. And there should be an end to it with a 2A. So yeah, there it is. So we recorded 200 hexadecimal bytes with the demonstration I just did. So now I want to save them. So I mounted the disk, yeah. Here, revision. Yeah. And what's the end address? Where we take C2D8. This is working. Yeah, so now I have my recording saved to disk, and I want to load it into the playing routine. So I load the raw demo. This should work without the user doing anything. I have a merger, but it doesn't work with the Ultimate. I don't know why. It needs to be fixed to find out. So I load just the demo manually, and then go into the monitor again. And load it. What was it? Key revision, right? Yeah. So there you go, and now I need my jump address. And hopefully it will work with these recordings. Did you change something? Can't remember really. Okay. That would be very long for a demo to wait for the people to happen something, but what did I do first? Okay, now I press. Yeah, you understand what's going on. So this is what we recorded. Yeah. Where's the looping and the filters? During this time, maybe we hear it later, you see the artificial life. It's painting raster lines, and the painting is done through 8 individuals. And these individuals with Y positions, they have a habit of sticking together and going away from each other. Maybe somebody of you know the Boyd algorithm. I took the idea from there. So it's like the bird swarms or the fish swarms going into the water, and they stick together, but they try to have a minimal distance between each other. And this creates like a very interesting motion, and you see if it's painting, then it's going down, they stick together, and then sometimes they want to go outside and they want to be away from each other, especially if they hit the, there's the looping, and then they jump up. And if they go fast, you see these there it goes up. And the demo yesterday, it already stopped here, or even before. So, yeah, you remember? I did this before, yeah. So, yeah, that was the hands-on showing of the tool Emolab at the actual stage. So, I'd like to take answers. I'd like to give answers to questions you ask. So feel free if you like to know something or more in detail, or share something you experienced or you. I see no. Yeah, there's one hand. Yeah.
So how is the music put into the tool? Is this a SID file or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So no assembly directly to the SID, or?
The main tool. Yeah. Thanks for the question. That's good. It's exactly what I wanted to tell. The workflow, right? Thank you. So the workflow is either you take an existing SID file, HVSC has 84,000, and you put it in there. I tried like the normal playing SID files. If you're experienced, there are SID files with the single speed, the normal ones, and people are fancy. They are calling the routine twice, 4 times per frame. I didn't implement that. You could do, maybe somebody does it, I know. So you take a standard SID file, and you load it up to address 1000. There's a relocator from LFT. You can just transfer it there. It works perfectly. So I would say like it works with 80% of the SID files that are out there. Or you do your own. I'm no musician, but for this I wanted to, in the beginning I experimented with given SID files. But then I said, I want to have a SID file which has these features. It has just 2 Takte, what's it in English? Takte, bars. So just 2 bars. You can easily do it. Everybody can do it. I think I did it with SID Factory. It's a nice tool. And then you save it as a SID file, and then you load it up there, and you can go. So you need a SID file, of course. And what else do you need? You set up your presets, save them, and then you can go just as I did. Then the key presses are recorded. It should be the merger doing the merging. and then you have a demo. You just need to crunch it with Exomizer, and then you're ready to give it away. So that is the workflow. Of course, there are so many parameters in the visuals. I just use this pattern to influence it, but you could, in the GUI, like set up maybe 20 parameters if you're fancy to influence how many of these boys, how fast do they move away from each other. For example, what raster lines are in the background. I have prepared rasters, like the normal ones with the fancy colors, and then you can decide what is the color scheme going over them. For me, it was gray. You can choose your color. So that's the things that should be made adjustable in the GUI for the users. Yeah. And that's it. Yeah. You save it, you have it, and then you can release it like I did yesterday. So I'd look in the audience. Are there questions? Maybe what questions? What's in the chat? Jürgen. Do we have questions from the? No? Okay. So, okay. I'd like to show you the last demo from yesterday. And no, I don't say it in front. Maybe I say it afterwards, what I experienced while watching it. So enjoy, and it's just, I'm really proud. I made a demo with, 5K. It's not intended to be very short, but it's short. And I think the visuals are, every time you run the demo, new. And you can run them, I would say, your whole life, and they change, they don't repeat. So that's why I came to this name, the last demo, by the way. So you can just put it on, and you don't need any, you don't need any more demos. Okay, sorry to all other coders if I say this with my first release on a competition. Okay, so let's go. The last demo, run. Maybe you can put down the lights, these a little bit, so this is more contrast. And I'm not, yeah, cheers. Okay, now it's going into a more fancy remix, and I thought it should go until there yesterday in the combo. Yeah. Yeah. I think the song goes on for 1 or 2 more minutes, but I would like to stop here. And yeah, I hope you got an idea what the Emolab is and what you can do with it. And yeah, I'm happy that you showed up and you were really interested in it. So I'd like to answer questions if there are some. Maybe. Yeah. Okay, there's the microphone.
So you spent a lot of time working on both the coding to make this happen, and then you made the music and you put it all together. How long did you spend on each one, and how many? I can see there's a generative, it's iterative generation. You said that varies between, it's different every time. How many different ways have you been watching it and tinkering around with it to tweak it? I'm just curious.
Well, the first question, I roughly guess I really invested. I have to admit, I started in autumn, like the guy, who was it, starting with the coding. I was coding in the 80s, and then I more or less stopped, and then I got back to it and got deeper into it, and it took me really long, especially to find the bugs in the routines. So it's hundreds of hours, I think, went into this. For me, other people maybe have coded it in 2 days. So it depends on your level, but for me, it was really a lot of time going into it, into the coding and testing and bug fixing. And the music, this music, and that's what I wanted to say, I recorded it on Friday night, sitting next to you, and the DJ playing outside really hard techno music, and I pulled up the volume full, but I couldn't really hear everything of my own music. And I wouldn't recommend, I used the emulator on the laptop to hand in my keystrokes. And you could hear it, and I'm not satisfied, but it shows that it's made by hand, I would say. The changes of the instruments are not on the spot. It would be much more precise if you use the real hardware and you have less delay on the display, on the input, on the emulator. You really should use the real hardware to record it. But yeah, I did it there, and I said, this is a good starting point. The next morning, yesterday morning, I try again and do again one, and I was like, oh no, that's not as good as this. I like this. I stay with this from like Friday night, 1 o'clock. I take this, so this is the recording done here, yeah.
Thank you for sharing this. I'm not a very good coder myself, but I think people should be inspired by just trying something and doing it and then sharing with people, especially when you know people have an emotional connection to the computer and the music. And I just wanted to say thank you. I appreciate you sharing this with everybody.
Thank you. Thank you for your question, yeah. I'm really happy to be doing this, and I'm really happy that I did this seminar, my first seminar on the revision. Yeah, that concludes it. Thank you for watching. Okay, wow. And if you want like to have a chat, I'm here or in the area. You can meet me and talk to me. No problem. Ach so, soll ich es noch anlassen? Also das, you can use a normal C64 for it. This is a